Red Bull Hardline wheels brought the heat this year, and honestly, it might be one of the wildest ones we've seen. But someone was missing, causing a lot of questions. Let's start with the big story. 18-year-old Asa Vermette, the American, absolutely crushed it, laying down a run that was 1.6 seconds faster than second place. This made him the youngest rider to ever win a Red Bull Hardline. What's crazy is he came heartbreakingly close in Tasmania to winning, but this year in Wales, he took the dub. Behind him, Charlie Hatton, last year's world champion, laid down a smooth run, claiming him second. And in third, Ronan Dunn, last year's winner, rounded out the podium. After Ronan's crash in Tasmania, his pace has been a little bit off, but each race he's getting more and more dangerous. On the women's side, history was made. Louise Ferguson became the first ever women's hardline Wales winner. She's been pushing the limits of freeride for years, so it's only a matter of time until she stepped into the race scene. But if you know hardline, you know this race isn't just about the winners, it's about survival. And this year was brutal. Bernard Kerr took a huge crash in practice the day before finals. He was admitted to the hospital, but he came back the next day and finished 5th. That's absolute grit right there. The track itself was classic hardline. Built by Dan Atherton in the Duffy Valley, it mixes World Cup speed with freeride sized jumps. Riders are hitting 70-foot drops, massive jumps, and those iconic rock gardens. Even seasoned pros call this race one of the gnarliest races they've ever competed in. Before we get to the missing racer, there was a feature that was left out. Last year, the Canyon Gap of Death was shown. Only 3 riders attempted this huge gap. 2 landed it and 1 took a gnarly crash. But there were speculations that the Canyon Gap was going to be back this year. After seeing practice videos and no Canyon Gap, I was a little bit disappointed, but maybe next year it'll pop up. Alright, and about the missing racer. You might have noticed 2022 winner Jackson Goldstone was nowhere to be seen. He decided to sit out and focus on his World Cup overall title. Honestly, it's probably a smart move considering the risk of hardline. But a lot of fans are wondering, if Jackson did race, would have Asa still took the dub? I guess we'll have to find out next hardline in Tasmania. It's worth pointing out how rare these hardline victories are. Since its start in 2014, only a handful of riders have won. And honestly, I think winning hardline means way more than winning a World Cup nowadays. With Louise Ferguson opening up the door for women's hardline racing, the future is looking even bigger. So will we see more Groms taking over hardline in years to come? I can't answer that, but I know for sure this year 2 new names are written in hardline history. Thanks for watching, and if you like the long form storytelling like this, let us know in the comments because this is kind of a new style we're trying out.